and this waiter was the worst waiter.
It is the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. Yay!
Hello.
Yeah.
Here we go. Didn't get enough of us on the show today. You can get 15 more minutes. It's a bonus.
Bonus.
Let's see who's here. There's Gandhi in Columbus. You're coming back to New York tonight, though, right?
Tomorrow.
And you'll be in Monday.
I'll be in Monday.
I hate when you're not here. So does
I
Danielle.
know. I love you guys.
Let's see. Scotty B's there in the other room.
Hi.
And there's Scary, and there's Garrett looks very busy.
Got it. Yes.
He's very busy.
He's very busy.
And here's Danielle.
Hello.
And there's Nate.
Buenos dias.
Hey, there's a great article in today's New York Post about how restaurant servers are tricking you into giving bigger tips. Can you get her? Where'd she go? Where are you? Oh, no. Here you go. Can you get her? Look at how she dresses to get bigger tips. This is what they're saying.
Oh.
Did you get that? I don't know. They're saying
How is she
that
dressing?
if a waitress comes to you with shiny lip gloss, manicured nails, she squats next to the table, blonde hair, southern accent, and smiling, and booty shorts. She's trying to get an extra large tip.
So Hooters.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of a
exactly-
little sexist little article about how you can dress up like in your Daisy Dukes.
Well, I don't think when I waited tables and bartended, I don't think there was any one thing in particular that ensured a bigger tip. I think just being nice guaranteed you the minimum.
You didn't
making
have
sure
to unzip your pants and
didn't have
slap
to do
it
that.
on the table.
It wouldn't be much to slap. But
I
don't think there was really anything that you did in particular. The girls usually got, the really pretty girls ended up getting more tips.
Well, then
it works.
Yeah,
I guess.
it does work then.
Our friend Janine, who used to work here, she used to scoop ice cream in her spare time, and she had a dedicated tip shirt that she would wear when she wanted those days where she could just get, and it was happened to be low cut and tight.
Right.
So, I don't know if there's truth to it. I'm not saying it's right, but, some people do it.
See, we used to give people back change in denominations where they kind of had to leave us more.
Oh, what do you mean? Explain that.
Instead of if you handed me a 20 and asked for change, instead of giving you a 10, a 5, and 5 ones, I would give you a 10, a 5, and a 5, hoping that instead of leaving me like $12, maybe you would leave me 15 because it was just easier.
Aha!
Yeah.
Oh, that's clever. I love that.
That is. No, yeah, there you go. The mathematician in Gandhi's coming
That
out.
sometimes backfire though, because if they didn't have small enough bills, they wouldn't leave you anything.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, true. That's
So let's
true.
see, on this show, who's the cheapest tipper? Let's say Scotty B.
That's not true.
Scotty's a very good tipper.
Why?
I've been there.
By the
Jewish?
way, it was a question. I asked perhaps Scotty B.
No.
Okay.
False.
Scotty's actually a very good tipper.
I broke away from my dad. He's old school. He's like, you just double the tax. That's not the way it works anymore.
That's very old school.
It's very old school. I was always at least 20% now.
What's scary?
I'm going to say Gandhi.
Oh,
I'll tell you why. We've butted heads before when we've gotten the bill at certain places where you're like, wait a second, that's included. And we've kind of because, again, mathematician, adding things up. And I'm just like, fuck it. Just throw, whatever, a big
Scary's-
bill. I tend to throw it around, but I'm not the best tipper in the room. Not at all. But I'm just saying, I don't know if everyone else here, everyone tips great.
I didn't know you were a cheap tipper, Gandhi.
I don't think I'm a cheap tipper. I think when we go out and there are like 6 people and the gratuity's already included, adding a little extra is great. But Scary wants everybody to then double it. And I think that's not really the thing to do with other people's money. I will give him the money. I always give him the money.
When
But
she
if I have
says
friends
a-
there
Well,
who I know don't make the same amount of money, I'm like, you can't ask them for that.
But Gandhi, let's admit, when the tip is included and you say, we'll give a little extra, it's a little extra, right? Just a little?
No. I mean, it depends on how good the service is.
He's like tip shaming you.
I know he is. He's trying. That's okay. He can. He
I
can
will
have his
defend
opinion on
Scary,
that.
though, because there have been times where we go out and then some people can't afford as much. Scary will say, well, I'll get it, right? So he'll chip in more.
That's nice.
I will.
Which is nice.
Let's talk about Scary and how much money he has to spend on dinners.
Well, he also doesn't have kids. He's not married.
I'm not married. I don't live with anybody. I don't
Right.
have kids. I'm not putting anyone through college.
So he's
And I
extra
never
money.
had duty diapers. Apparently diapers. I never knew what Pampers and diapers cost.
You were the
That's
endorser.
true.
The endorsement. You son of a bitch.
Apparently, I don't have a pet. Like the cost of having a pet or
You don't
a
have a
kid.
yard. You don't have to mow grass. Oh, wait.
That is true.
He does the Scott's lawn care.
You do the Scott's lawn care commercials.
No, but if you think about it,
Wait, he lives in a building with a doorman, and he does like an alarm system
I
commercial?
pretty much
He's
live
not
like
very
a.
healthy, but he does a clinic commercial.
I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I have, so I get to save more. Thank God.
I like that he's just barreling through everyone's shade right now. Like, I don't hear it. It doesn't exist.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
genuinely use all the products I peddle.
I'm just focused on what was thrown at me initially, and that was, Elvis called it out. He goes, yeah, Scary, why do you have so much money? I have a little bit more disposable income because I don't have these other debts on my hands. Oh, and by the way, I put myself through Brooklyn College, which was like a city
Wait,
school.
are they a sponsor? Why are you bringing up their
No,
name?
they were a city university.
They were.
Have they ever been a sponsor of yours?
No, never. We've always wanted them on the air.
Well,
but,
after today, you may get them.
but if you think about it, so many people are saddled with college debt, like into their 30s and 40s. I see some of our friends, and I'm like, oh my God, what's the name of that guy? Freddie Mac, Sally Mae?
Sally Mae.
Sally Mae. They owe all this money to this company. And Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac?
Bernie Mac's dead.
No, it's not.
Mayor McCheese. Mayor McCheese.
God rest
Freddie
his
Mac,
soul.
not Bernie Mac. That's a comedian, right?
He died.
dead.
God rest his soul.
God
Bernie
rest his
Mac.
soul.
Yesterday was his
No, but
birthday.
it's true.
Keep
so
making
that's-
your points.
So that's what I've made my point. That's why I kind of
All right,
I go hard.
Can we flip it then? What makes you not tip? Do you ever not tip?
Never. I always give the
No.
20%.
Even if there's
standard.
shitty
Even if
service
they're
going on?
If it's horrible, I will do 10%. If it's like the worst service ever. But again, when you don't tip people, you're making them pay for you because people have to tip out other people based on what you've bought.
Then they shouldn't be jerks.
I can actually tell
maybe.
you the last time I didn't tip. It was at the Claim Jumper in Burbank, California. We went over there for lunch. There was a group of 6 of us. And this waiter was the worst waiter I've ever had. Like, we would be, like, trying to flag him down, and he's like, yeah, I see ya. And then he would wave us away, like, do this shoe thing.
No.
And then he'd be sitting, chatting, talking with friends and shit like that. And then I finally got up, and I go and find the manager, and I gotta say, this is the worst service I have ever had at any restaurant.
Wow.
How was that responded to?
He goes, oh, I'm sorry. And then the manager took care of our table. But this kid, I don't know what he had against me.
So what
or
tip
us.
did you leave?
I didn't leave any. No, did we leave something for the
Could
manager?
you do that? Scary. If the service was so bad, it was like just almost funny. It was so bad. Would you leave a tip?
I might leave less, but I would still leave a tip. I can't not leave a tip.
You wouldn't go gargantuan like you usually
I wouldn't
do.
go big.
You wouldn't go.
But, I
go
mean, let's
hog.
talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Elvis, you're the best tipper. And I see what you, I mean, Elvis is so generous, and you're so like, you care about everybody who you come in contact with. I would love to wait on you in the future when I'm not.
But if you give me shitty service, I'm not going to go hog on you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it big.
But you have tipped better if the person's been hot.
Yes.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, yeah.
He admits to that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Is there something
So
wrong
you
with
agree with that
No.
article that you introduced?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but no.
But yeah, but they're not wearing low-cut outfits.
Look, especially since COVID rolled through and just decimated the hospitality industry, I really, more than ever, I try to do my best to take care of people that take care of us.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, when we go out to eat, it's much more than just like gobble down your food and go. We experience it. We have a good time.
Yeah.
We have conversations that are meaningful. Those are moments that I cherish. Some of the moments I cherish most in my life is going out with lunch, friends, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I want whoever's hanging out with us and waiting on us to reap the benefits.
I'll admit, I stink at math, so if the number isn't at the bottom of the bill, like I'm sitting there with my fingers going, 20. So I appreciate the restaurants that have the 15%, the 18%, and the 20% on there. So if I want to go up, at least I know the threshold of 20%.
It's really simple. You just take the first 2 digits, add a 0, and double it.
Okay, there,
Yeah.
genius.
That's it.
I just moved the decimal point over.
That's what everybody does.
Go there,
Don't
Einstein.
you just move the decimal
No,
over?
because
No, you're
that's
cheating
only-
them at that
no,
point.
that's 10%. You
That's-
got to double it.
Have you ever actually?
No. You move the decimal point over and you double it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And double, right?
Yeah.
Double. You got to double it though.
That's what I mean.
You know what,
didn't
though?
let me
That's why I
finish.
like the numbers there.
Here's the problem, though, Garrett. I've been in restaurants before where they have the suggested tips, and the math is wrong. Like it's
really?
higher. Yeah, where the
Oh.
20% was actually like 25.
Oh,
I'm
they-
like, the
oh,
fuck
they-
are they doing?
They fuck you up.
I don't care. They did the work for me. No problem.
But it's wrong.
Give it to me. I don't care.
I know someone whose tip is always 100%. They will tip. They will just double the bill.
Wow, good for them.
Wow.
I know.
Is that person you?
No.
He triples it.
Yeah.
Who is it? Who is this person?
I'm not going to say. But no, it's someone I know who lives uptown.
It'd be nice to be
Here
able
in
to
New York
do that.
City.
That's great.
Well, I know. It's so much easier, too. Just give him what the bill is.
Listen, if I had the money, I would 100% do that. I would give 100% tip if I was loaded, you know?
El, without giving out any type of monetary number, do you remember the biggest tip you ever left? And for what reason?
I don't know. No.
No.
He's not going to tell you.
Yeah. He won't say.
Well, no. No.
I'm not saying the number. I'm just saying, do you remember why you left such
I
a
remember
big
some pretty big tips, yeah. I was with some of you guys, actually, one night.
Well, you were with me one night.
Where were we?
We went to Brooklyn Chop House, and then we went for a drink afterwards.
Oh, I was drunk. That doesn't count. No, the night we were all out, Gandhi, when Jeff Smith ordered all the wine.
I was going to guess that, but I
Where was
stayed
that?
We were at the
silent.
Fountain Blue in Miami.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
at the Michael Mina Steakhouse.
You've definitely left bigger tips than
strip
that,
steak.
though. I guarantee.
That was a big
Lovely.
one?
What?
That was a big one?
Pretty big.
That was a big tip. It was an expensive dinner and a big tip.
And someone
And you
got
can always
drunk.
tell because then we went to grab a drink at the bar and the staff's coming over like, thank you so much. You really didn't need to do that. Thank you. I love you so much. Thank you. I
My
was like,
favorite is you
"Oh."
leave a tip and they come over and go, really? I think you made a mistake here. No, there's no mistake there. That's also the same night. Someone at the table, there were a lot of people at the table. Someone at the table got drunk and called Gandhi a dirty word.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, multiple times.
That person got drunk and did a lot of things at the table that they probably shouldn't.
Okay, let's just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember when I took you out for the first time post your surgery, Elvis. I was like, all right, cool. I can take him out for lunch. I can pay for it. And we went to Walker's. And I'm like, all right. I saved some money because I was like, all right, I'm going to pay everything, the tip and everything. You got a soup. You ordered one soup.
I just
Oh, yeah,
had
he
my
couldn't
stomach
eat.
was just ripped out.
I know, but I was
Good
like,
plan, Garrett. I see what you did there.
Yeah, if
I'm
you're
going to take
cheap-
him out today.
If you're cheap, only take friends out who just had gastric sleeve bypass.
I was ready to go. I was like, he's done so much for me. I was like, all right. And then go, I'm just going to have the soup.
Well, thank you, Garrett. You can still take me out.
All right, fair enough.
It's the thought that counts, and you got the credit. Look at you.
My
You
stomach
saved
is
some money.
stretched. Now you can eat all you want.
Fair
Got
enough.
the
Let's
credit.
do it.
We have a meeting coming up. in a
Yeah, we
moment.
do.
So, this has been a very pompous, bougie little conversation.
No, everybody deals with tipping. Some of us just tip more than others.
And I just need the numbers there.
Okay, fine.
And when does tipping stop? Like every place you go to has a tip jar. Every place doesn't
And
matter what it
I'm
is.
always doing it. Like yesterday, I went to and I ordered cheeseburgers, and it said, "Do you want to add a tip?" And I did, and I was just ordering it at the counter. They weren't bringing it. It was
Right.
just like,
Yeah.
but
Well, I
I
get
felt
that.
like they should get something, so I gave them something.
Hey, Danielle, what is this, though? How come when I go online and order clothes and stuff, they want me to tip the person who put my order together?
Yep,
Yes.
that's the new
Really?
thing.
Really?
But it
Yeah,
says,
that's
and
it's a
they're
new
very
thing.
clever because they'll go, "Hey, buy the person putting your order together a cup of coffee," and then
Oh,
and then
that's
and then you go,
weird.
oh, "Okay, I'll buy my cup of coffee,"
I know,
and then
but
I
that-
have to buy it.
This is a new thing.
Yep, this is a new thing.
Yeah.
And here's another place you don't tip. This is okay. I got one.
Oh, here
When
we
you
go.
just go to a store, sometimes it's at the airport at like the Hudson News, and they have the iPads out, or even at any of these other places. And you're buying like a soda and like a box of tissues or whatever, and then there's a line for gratuity just because they have the iPad out.
They flip it over and they make you feel guilty.
Yeah, it says, "Would you like to add a gratuity?" For what?
Especially if nobody helped you. If someone helped me, then I could see
Yeah.
leaving something.
Hey, can
if
we
I
just-
went and got that soda by myself, the sandwich by myself.
As soon as I see that
like,
iPad, I
that's
knew there's
stupid.
gonna.
That's
I
like
knew-
us putting a virtual tip jar out there, like, hey, if you want to thank us for our show today,
Venmo.
Venmo.
Venmo
But
us.
there are people who do that. I mean, we all know people who have their Cash App in their Instagram profile,
Yep.
just begging for money from anyone who will give it to them,
Yeah.
and they make money doing it.
It's my
And it's
birthday.
people we
Cash
work
App
with.
me. Here's the QR
Yeah.
code.
People do that, and I don't
Yep.
participate in that.
No
All right,
way.
we got to get out of here. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for listening and watching a podcast about things that are very bougie. What are you doing?
Waving.
Are you having a seizure?
No.
Bye.